All right, today we are diving deep into the literary canon to pull out 10 absolute must-read novels. Now, these aren't just great stories, they are the bedrock for understanding literature and, let's be honest, the academic juice you need to really nail those essays and exams.
Does your syllabus ever feel a little daunting? That giant stack of books staring at you from your desk? It's a totally normal feeling. With so many incredible works out there, it's tough to figure out where to even begin, let alone which books are going to give you the most bang for your academic buck.
Well, that's where this comes in. Think of this as your map, your guide to 10 literary landmarks. These are the books that will not only give you a super solid foundation for your studies, but might just change the way you see the world. Okay, let's get right into it with our first group of novels. We're calling these the Pillars. Why? Because they tackle the huge topics, social structures, justice, class, in ways that still feel incredibly and sometimes uncomfortably relevant today. First up, Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird. The real genius of this modern classic is its point of view. Lee tells this heavy story of racial injustice through the eyes of a child, Scout Finch. And because of that, all the hypocrisy and ugliness of the adult world is exposed in this really raw, unfiltered way. It's just a masterclass in using a unique narrator to hit home on big social issues. Next, we have F. Scott Fitzgerald's brilliant take on the American dream, The Great Gatsby. Now, don't let its short length fool you. This novel is absolutely packed. Every single symbol, from that famous green light to the gloomy Valley of Ashes, it's not just there for decoration. It's a clue, a piece of a puzzle that pulls back the curtain on the emptiness of an era. Perfect for any paper on symbolism or social critique. You can't talk about the literary canon without talking about Jane Austen. Pride and Prejudice is so much more than just a romance. It's a razor-sharp, witty takedown of her society. Austen's brilliance is in her use of irony and these incredibly vivid characters to dig into everything from social class and gender roles to, of course, how wrong we can be about our first impressions.
And rounding out our first section is Mark Twain's The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. This is a real cornerstone of American literature, and it doesn't shy away from confronting America's complicated history with race. The real goldmine for analysis here is Huck's moral journey, that constant battle between what society has taught him is right and what his own heart tells him is right. It's a powerful and endlessly fascinating topic.
All right, let's shift gears a bit. We've been looking at the big picture of society. Now, let's zoom in on the individual. This next batch of novels is all about what happens when a person is put under intense psychological or political pressure. George Orwell's 1984. Wow. It's one of those books that just feels more and more relevant with every passing year, right? It's a chilling look at surveillance, propaganda, and how truth can be twisted. And if you really want to dig in, look at the concept of newspeak. It's this powerful idea that if you can control language, you can control thought itself. If you can't say something, you can't even think it. Okay, you ready for a serious psychological deep dive? Because that's what you get with Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment. We go right inside the mind of a man who's wrestling with guilt, with morality, with his very place in the world. It is a tough read for sure, but it is so rewarding for anyone who wants to explore the darker corners of the human mind and how our inner worlds can shape our outer reality.
And now for our final section. We're going big. It's time to expand the canvas and look at novels that are famous for their epic scope, their groundbreaking style, and their huge, sweeping historical backdrops. We have to start with a true landmark of world literature, 100 Years of Solitude. This book follows the Buendia family across generations, and it's known for popularizing a literary concept that you absolutely 100% need to know.
And that concept is magical realism. So what is it? It's basically the art of weaving the fantastic, the mythical, the straight-up impossible into the story and treating it like it's totally normal, just another part of everyday life. Getting a handle on this idea is the key to unlocking not just this book, but a whole universe of modern literature. Okay, now for the big one, James Joyce's Ulysses. Let's just be real about it. This book is famously difficult. But it is also one of the most rewarding reading experiences you can have, and a true milestone of modernism. If you're an advanced student looking to really get into literary experimentation, tackling its stream of consciousness style is an incredible project. A lot of people say our next book is one of the greatest novels ever written, period. It's Leo Tolstoy's Anna Karenina. It's this huge epic about love, betrayal, and the crushing weight of society. A really cool way to analyze it is to compare the two main storylines. You have Anna's tragic, passionate affair, and then you have this landowner, Levin, who's on a completely different journey. searching for meaning in his life. Together, they create this brilliant portrait of the human condition.
And just when you thought things couldn't get any more epic, we have Tolstoy's other masterpiece, War and Peace. This thing is monumental. It sets the personal lives of its characters against this massive backdrop of the Napoleonic Wars. And in doing so, it asks these huge questions about fate, free will, and the very nature of history itself.
So, how do you keep these two Tolstoy giants straight in your head? Well, think of it like this. Anna Karenina is like a zoom lens, focusing in on an intimate, personal tragedy. It's the individual story. War and Peace is the wide-angle lens, a massive panorama of history, nations, and fate. It's the collective story. Both are incredible, but they're painting on totally different scales.
So there you have it, 10 literary landmarks. But before we wrap up, knowing what to read is only half the battle. Let's talk for a second about how to read, so you get the most out of it for your studies.
Here's a super simple but really powerful tip. Read actively. When you're going through one of these books, don't just let the words wash over you. Have a conversation with the text. Underline things, write questions in the margins, argue with the characters. And then, when you're done, just take 5 minutes to scribble down your thoughts. It's a small habit that can totally transform your understanding and give you the seeds for your next great paper.
At the end of the day, these 10 novels are so much more than just items on a reading list. They're an invitation to join a conversation that's been going on for centuries. Each one gives you a different window into what it means to be human. So really, the only question left is, which world will you decide to explore first?